Everybody, and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for being here for our third and final show of the day, which is a masterclass, on making an advent calendar. I mean, I tell you what, just when you thought we'd done all the masterclasses that there possibly could be, no, you're wrong. You had Christmas workshops. Now you've got a masterclass on Advent calendar. Wait till you see tomorrow's masterclass. I tell you what, we have got something for everybody, let's just say. And with Advent now, well, what is it? It's 25 days away, basically, isn't it? You might be thinking about popping something together, creating your own Advent calendar, because, you know, let's be honest, Advent calendars these days are. They're not brilliant, are they really? They're not great. So this is an opportunity for you to be able to follow Sheila, make your own, you know, pop in your own little gifts into the Advent calendar. On the subject of Advent calendars as well in this show, let us know any decent ones that you've had over the years, or any like random ones as well that you might have had. Because I know like they've done like cheese Advent calendars, for example, haven't they? And I think you can get the Advent calendars where you have the little miniature bottles in and all those kind of things. You'll have to let us know. Give us the Advent calendar chat. The favourite Advent calendar you've had through the years. My mum never used to get me like a chocolate Advent calendar because she was very much, you know, Christmas time. You needed like the proper Advent calendar with the Christmas story. But then we always used to be, mum and my sister were like, oh, well, you know, everyone, all the other kids get chocolate. So what she used to do is she used to get us the proper Advent calendar with the Christmas story to open. And then she'd get us each a little box of, do you remember the dairy milk miniatures that you could get? They're about that size. They were teeny tiny. And so we would get the picture of the Christmas story, and then we'd get the little dairy milk miniature so we could have our chocolate as well, which I thought was kind of sweet. But anyway, that's a by the by. We are here to talk Advent calendars, and the lady who's going to be showing you how to do that is the wonderful Sheila, and this has been a bit of a labour of love, hasn't it, this show?
Yes, we can call it that by all means. Obviously, it was like, it's been in my calendar for a while. You know, we have our calendars sent to us and we okay them. And so it was on my calendar as masterclass Advent calendar. So obviously we've got shows before that, so we're working on those, etc. And then as the time comes a few days before, I was like, right, I need to figure out what exactly is required from the team. So so I got in touch with the team and they said, well, if you could do something that incorporates a template library. So I was like, okay. So I got out my template library and I was scouring through and I was looking at. Obviously, there's a lot of shaped cards in there, and there are some boxes. The boxes I chose, I got the templates out and I drew around the stuff, but they're all quite big. And I thought, well, to do 24 of those, you're going to need a lot of card. You're going to need, you know, a lot of space. And then there's the kind of enclosing it, or do you hang them from a thread, you know, a cord hanging up? And a lot of people do them as like bags hanging on bunting as bunting and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, what we're going to do? So I had a thought about it, tried a few ideas, and then I managed to find one of the templates which has got a box in there, which is like the little, it's like a treasure chest almost. I thought this would be perfect. Did one of those, obviously, but because it's rounded at the top, I thought, how on earth are we going to then like stack them up or contain them in something? They're not something that can be hung. So I've kind of adapted that template and changed it a little bit to create a box. So we're going to be showing you today basically, I've got 12 boxes, and I think we can contain those in like a segmented box or an outer case, and then all you'd have to do is repeat that again and do a second case, and they could possibly then be hinged with some card so they would stand in a V and you'd have your 24 boxes. But anyway, as we go along, we'll explain it. It has been a labour of love, and obviously it's a bit weird, yeah, because I'm thinking it's bonfire night and I'm waiting for there to be a huge bang, and then that means start your advent calendar. Boom.
Just to say, I mean, we will go as long as we can. If you were here last year, you will know that if they start, so there's like a playing field just well, it's not even a mile away, half a mile away from here, a place called Oakleaf. And last year they started the bonfire celebrations. My goodness me, it was ridiculous. I mean, I had to stand over the other side of the studio. I can still only barely hear Craig. So we're hoping that they don't start too early this year. But obviously, if you hear any crashes or bangs or anything like that, it is obviously bonfire night here in the UK. So that is what it is, and guaranteed there will be some crashes and bangs because this is the night for it. Whatever you're doing as well this evening, hopefully you're good. And if you've got any pets, hopefully they're going to be okay to keep your pets safe.
Put the telly on loud and shut the curtains and get the radio on and
stick us on loud.
Something frying.
Yeah, that'll do.
Sing along with the family to try and drown it out.
Yeah.
It does worry the pets, doesn't it? I mean, my cats that I had over the years were never bothered at all in the slightest. They would just sit and they would just, not bother. Now, these two that I've got now, when they were kittens, they weren't really bothered. But as they've got a bit older, I mean, they're only 5 now, but as they've got a bit older, when it bangs or I think it's when those that go like, tss, I think that frightens them. But when there's a lot of them, they do kind of panic a little bit. So Wayne, if you're at home now from work, and maybe put the telly on loud so it drowns that out a bit.
Absolutely. It's funny, isn't it? Like Molly Colley's she's not really that fussed, as I say, about fireworks. She's actually all right about them. But turn us up loud and we'll drown out the noise. We've got Jan on the show for this one. Hello, Jan. Hello, Angela says good afternoon. Trudy Bickham says hello. Hello. Zoe Carver says good evening, everyone. From me and Brian in West Sussex. Hello. All right, Brian. Lois Gaffney says good afternoon, everyone. From Ohio. We are live at 5. Shannon 879 says, I love advent calendars. I can't wait to make one. 50 days till Christmas. There was a bloke in our village, actually, because they're selling advent calendars at the Spa shop now, stole an advent calendar at the shop. Terrible, that, isn't it? Yeah, he got 24 days.
Oh, we were really going for that, weren't we? We were going with that. Honestly, you just never know with Bendy. You always have to be on your guard. That's what I think I've said to you before. That's what I love doing, because Laura knows all of my jokes now. So I love doing that for Laura now. I'll start telling her something if it's serious. She'll go, "Oh no, oh my goodness," and then I'll hit her with the joke. Keeps it fresh. Keeps it fresh. Keeps the marriage fresh.
Keeps the marriage fresh. It's what you need, isn't it? After
well, that's what you think. Inside, she's probably bubbling over, going, "How much more of this can I take?"
Yeah. She's had 19 years of it. So.
Oh, I'm sure she'll stick it out now.
Hillary says, hello everyone from Hillary and a very scared Holly Collie. Well, we send Holly Collie lots of hugs and kisses, and hopefully there won't be too many loud bangs wherever you are. Pat says, hello again. Ben, crew, Sheila, super talented CTV crew, and lovely friends. A sunny and windy New Jersey. Looking forward to seeing how Sheila is doing an advent calendar. Wendy McCallie says, good afternoon everyone. Hi to Melanie Bronov, who says, good morning, everyone. Shadiah says, hello, Ben, Sheila, Crafters TV, hello. And also hi to Tracy Morley, who says, Ben, I did see you at NEC last Friday. You were too busy filming on your phone. I was the one who waved at you too. Oh, I remember that. I think it was right at the start, Tracy, wasn't it? It was right at the start when I was doing like a guided tour of the stand. I remember you waved over my shoulder and I turned around and said, hello, was that you? You should have come back. I wasn't that busy for the rest of the day. Hi to Jean Marie as well, who joined us, saying hello, Ben and Sheila. Right, we are going to get into it. What are we looking at first, Johnny? Are we looking at the template library? So all individuals, I won't take you through all of this because I feel like you have seen this item lots and lots and lots of times, but they're all available individually today, of course. And listen, the first one, the original template library. Have I got my overhead today or not? I have. The original template library is 30 projects and your dies as well. Now, the genius, of course, about this is that you don't need a machine, you don't need to be buying a G2 if you don't want today, if you just want to be able to make all the cards and projects. You can do it because it's all template based. You do get the dies in the first one though, however, if you don't have a die cutting machine straight off the bat, you can put those to one side and use them as and when you do, but you do get those included. And the system is brilliant, as you guys know. Within the original template library, 30 projects for you to be working on. And there's loads of different ones in here. There are boxes, there are cards, there are envelopes in this one too. And you simply choose which one you want to work with. So you flick through, like for example here, your double diamond fan fold card. There's the template. You've got all your mats and layers included in there as well. Tells you where to score, tells you where to glue, tells you the size of this once you flatten it down, tells you the size of card that you need to be working with, and then you go, okay, well, I'm going to do this one, number 5. You can take it out of your booklet like so. You then come to your recipe guide, which is here, and you go number 5, double diamond fan fold, number 5, double diamond fan fold. That's what you're going to be making. You choose the colours of the papers and the kind of way you want to bespoke that for whoever you're making it for. Then on the reverse, you've got all of your pictures, all of your information, and with each of these, you are going to get your digital tuition as well. So on the earlier template libraries, it was a web address. On the later ones, you'll find it's just as simple as scanning a QR code. But it's such an easy, simple way to start making all sorts of different cards, all sorts of different projects. And all you really need on top of this, obviously the cards and the papers to be able to make the projects with, but something to draw with, something to cut with, something to stick with, and you are away. If there's any particular template libraries you want me to show you over the course of this show, I'm happy to flick through those for you and show you all of the different designs and the different projects you've got. It's the main one I'm showing you here, the first one, which had 30 projects in, and the dies. All of the others have the 15 different projects. And like I say, I think it just depends really which projects you like the best. Depends on which one you're going to go for first. There's no kind of system that you have to buy them in order. Just go on which one sort of suits your taste first. This one is $71.99 or $79.20 if you are shopping in the US. It's a brilliant deal, as I say. Jump in and grab it. If you want me to look at any of the others, give me a quick shout. Evening to Stephen, who says, evening Ben and Sheila, I've ordered the showstopper. Donna says, I'm so excited. I ordered my G2 Tuesday. Woohoo! Can't wait for the orders to arrive. Evening to Ben and Sheila from the Birdman. That is Michael Adams. And Wayne says, if anyone can drown out fireworks, it's you, love. He's a brave man.
He is brave, isn't he?
You're going home tonight, aren't you?
He pops love on the end, so I'll just miss out the first bit and go, ah. But women don't do that. Women don't hear the love on the end, they hear the bit before.
Might be fireworks in your household tonight, Wayne.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
There'll be rockets going off. I don't know where, though. Just got my template library a couple of days ago, says Melanie Kellogg. Brilliant stuff. Well, keep the comments coming through. We're going to get started. So, which of the template libraries did you use, Sheila, to make your calendar?
I'm using the green one.
Green?
I went through them all and then went through them all again.
Yeah.
And I figured out, as I went through here, we got to, I think it's template number 8. So I'm going to just flick through here.
Hey, Sheila, remember, you're never too
old or too great to use a template. Okay, so I think it's the next one, number 8. Okay. Yes, it is. So it was this one. I quite liked it, and when I saw, I mean, a good indication is the scale of the hands showing the box, and I thought that looks quite small. So obviously I took the template out of the big folder, and I have it here. So what I've done, if I bring in the first little box, just to give you an idea. So this is the box that I did. So I've adapted it. So basically we're making like a template out of a template. So what you can do is you could draw around the one that I'm going to show you when we've adapted it, or you can just, you know, leave it as it is and then chop it down as you need to. And we're going to add a couple more score lines in as well, so that when if I take this off and show you, we've got what looks like a little box like that. But in theory, what it is that. So the original one had the arched sides on. And it had no score lines here, and you just draped it over, and it would just, you would fasten it with whether it's a brad or a Velcro dot or something like that, magnet, and it would just sit like a little treasure chest almost. Yeah. But then I thought, okay, to make them stack on top of each other for an advent calendar, we need to figure out another way of using it. And then I've just done a sleeve on here. So I'm using craft card. I've done a few stitches with some white pens. Used some of our seal brown pigment ink just to make it a little bit more rustic. And if you do any white on it, it makes it look a little bit more gingerbready, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
And then we've used the A5 special finished card packs that we launched in would it be July with the Christmas?
Yeah,
with all the Christmas stuff. So we had the gold and the green, and then the special finish as well. And then the papers I've used are the 12 by 12 night before Christmas papers as well. So you might already have those, but any Christmas paper will do. I just chose that one because I've got it there, and I think it's possibly on the show as well. I'm not sure. So first thing we need to do then is pop your template onto a piece of cardstock. I'm on A4 cardstock here, and obviously when you're doing something like this, the template always tells you what you need. So for the card base, you need one sheet of 8.5 by 11, which is roughly A4. Mats and layers, you need the same, and then embellishments the same. So one sheet of each. So that would equate to 3 different sheets. But we don't need all that. What I'm doing, I'm going to do it straight from an A4 piece, and then you can see. If you did want to do these, you might want to use these embellishments on the bottom here to maybe put your numbers in to say 2024, 2025, 2026, whatever year you're doing it for. Or you might want to actually cut these out, do these, cut these out, and pop your numbers in there or on there. I'm just going to kind of stagger mine on the boxes, but all will become clear as we start off. So if you've not used the templates before, you need to draw the outer lines. So the outer lines are what make up the box or the card shape. So I'm just going to draw through with a pencil like that, and then I'm just going to go all the way round first of all. So I've got the outer frame done, the outer template, outer shape, whatever you want to call it. And I'm doing it so that my pencil lines will be on the inside of the box. If you want to rub those off after, you can do, but I'm not too worried about that. You might end up wanting to line your box. You know, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Do what's best for you and what you think would be best. Right, so we're going to go all the way up here to the top there. So that's the outer box done now. So before you remove that, you've also got the score lines on here. So we need the score lines. We need this one here and the one on the opposite side. We need the ones here because this is where we're going to score as well. And you'll see that follows right along there. If it says score line, that's where your score line is. And then we need the one here, this one here, and this one here. Now then, best thing to do with a template, because sometimes I do the outer bit and then score lines, but then sometimes I do this half and I think, well, while I'm over here with my pencil, I do the score lines anyway. Yeah. And then I take the template off and I've not done the lines. So the best thing to do is just lift it up, make sure you've got all those lines on there before you actually remove your template. Okay. If you want to, you can always do the bit where you tape it at the top, then you know it's a bit like you would with stencil, you know it stays in place. Right, so the next thing we need to do now is cut out this box. So the best thing to do, I mean, if you want to use your trimmer on this, you can. Or if you want to use your guillotine just to snip off the extra bits. Scissors are easier there, aren't they? Yeah, the big scissors are great for this. And what I'm doing, rather than just going in from the bottom, going all the way around, I'm seeing where the extra bit is. I'm going, right, I'm keeping that. That's going to work for something else. Yeah. And then obviously the same here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go cut across there. Just to say, this is the green book Stephanie was asking. It's the green It is the green
template
one,
library.
yes.
Number 3.
It is the green one. And it's template number 8. It's the domed chest gift box.
Right.
So that's what we're doing, and we're going to adapt it, as you'll see shortly. So again, I've taken that off. That's good. That's a good piece of scrap. We can be using that for all kinds of things. It can go into your scrap box, and you're not wasting any. You know, there's nothing as frustrating as actually cutting into the middle of an A4 sheet, and then you're having all the scrappy bits left around the edge.
Yeah.
So these are good to be kept. The smaller pieces, I'm not too worried about. If it's like a rectangle or a square, I'll always keep it. But if it's something like that, I probably won't. I'll probably discard that bit. But I put it to the side for now because I'm not totally decided on whether I will discard it or not. So then the next thing to do is to just cut down your little V sections here. And that's the way I found, you know, the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So I do that one there and just pull that little bit out there because I've not quite gone up there. Now then, this is always my big fear when I'm cutting something out like this. I absolutely detest trying to cut around that, because I know it doesn't matter how good you are at cutting, the chances of getting that spot on are, you know, probably less rather than more. But you know what, if it's a bit scrappy, you can put some ink around the edge, you don't notice it. Now for this box, we don't actually need that. So if you cut up the V there, well, it's not really a V, but cut up that angled piece. When you get to there, slightly tilt your scissors and aim your scissors for the end of that next bit that you just cut. So it's like a mirror of that. And then go along there. And then again, we can just snip these little bits here, like that. And then we just do that V there. And then straight up there. So you can see now, that's fairly neat, I feel. And then we do the same again. So we're going to go up to that point, and then up to that V there, and then pop that little bit out, and then we can go the easiest way I found here now, because obviously these little side pieces are less, they're a bit more shallow, should I say, than the actual box sides, because that'll allow them to go inside. So then again, just tilt my scissors now and try and do it as straight as I can, straight up there to that point, and then tilt again. So you can see all we've done is we've just adapted the template and we've used it to, you know, just take that arch off and make it into something else. Okay, so that is now your template for your little light box. Okay, so what we need to do now, we need to put some score lines in. So bring in my scoreboard, and we're going to do the score lines. We know that the score lines are there now because we drew them on. If you prefer to do, like, if you're doing quite a few of them and you're not sure where you score and where you cut, what you could do is you could do these as dotty lines or do them with a different coloured pen or pencil. So what I'm going to do now, there's no measurement on here as to where I'm going to score this. So because I've got my little score tool here, I'm just lining it up and looking at where it is the nearest kind of score line, and then we're going to go right down there like that. Yeah. And then the same with this one. Now this one doesn't line up with a groove. It lines up with one on either side. So I'm just going to move it a little bit. And of course, you can do this. And I know loads of people, last time I was using a scoreboard, said, put a black line down the middle of it. But I just can't do that. I feel like I'm totally defacing the property. So I've not done that with any of my scoreboards. And believe you me, I've got probably half a dozen different scoreboards from years ago. So no, I just don't like the thought of doing that. And that's, you know, but that's just me. And you can do whatever you like. And then that one, you see, you can see that lines up pretty well there. Okay, and now we need to turn it and do the same here. These are always the trickier ones where you've not got like a clear passage, so to speak. Yeah. So, but it's quite easy to line up because you can see that line dropping into that groove. And hey, if you score it in the wrong place or it's a bit too far out, it's not the end of the world. No. So, when we've done that now, we can fold all these pieces in along the score lines. And then if you want to use your bone folder as well, you can. You can bring that in and just press along there. I will do that with this one. I think my big bone folder is on the desk at home, I feel. I'm absolutely convinced it is. But we've got the smaller one here, so we can use that. Now, obviously, I'm working on craft card here, and craft card's quite thick. So it's good to use a bone folder in this instance just to get a nice, smooth, fold, crisp fold.
Okay.
Okay.
Tina's joined us. Hello, Tina. Hello also to BM, who has joined us as well. If you've got any questions, any comments, let us know. As I say, you want to tell us about your favourite advent calendars of years gone by? Maybe you had like a special one. What's the weirdest thing you've had? Let us know in the comments. But this is a great way to be able to put whatever you want in your advent calendar, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I mean, you can get sweets in here. You might want to put little toys in. You might want to put little, little cakes. You might want to put all sorts of little things in here. Like little pencil sharpeners, little rubbers, anything that kids like for school and stuff like that. Now, what we need to do now is we need to do another score line. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to... If you want to, what you can do is attach those sides together now. And then what you'll do is you'll put that onto your scoreboard and you'll do another score line here, right? So, because that needs to fold over and come over the top of that box there. So I can see that score line there. So I'm just going to go down like that, and then you can let that go, and we can just like do another little run over that. Okay. So you'll see now we've got an extra score, which we didn't have before.
Yeah.
And that will come over the top of the box, which would have normally been like where the arches were. And then the next thing we want to do is just fold this edge over the front.
Perfect.
Now then, what we'll do with that, again, we'll do another score line. That tends to run across the very kind of edges here. So you can obviously, I'll just go down the 4 line here and then put that on the 4 line there, and then just do that. And we go along there. Now, obviously, everybody's got different scoreboards as well. So some scoreboards come with like the ball tool like ends. Yeah. Some people have they use a score tool like this. It's a little bit more sharp. Yeah. So whichever one you're using, just bear that in mind, because if you've got a ball tool, it's going to give you a slightly wider score line than this one, because you can see when you put that in there, there's a bit of room either side. Whereas when you put this one, this is just kind of sitting on top. So you can just bear that in mind as well. That might affect the way your lid sits, and it might be a little bit more snug. But what you'll end up with then is a little box like that. And it's quite cute,
like a little trunk.
and it's useful as well. You might use it for other things. You might end up going, you know what, I'm going to take all the numbers off, or put the numbers just on with like a low tack tape or something like that. And
I feel like it's one of those things you can use again every year as well if you look after it, isn't it? Yeah,
definitely. And I think you can use this. I think you could use it as storage.
Yeah.
Providing it works. You can do little. You can still use it for like little treasure chests if your children were having a birthday party and it was like a pirate themed party or something like that. Yeah. You could do that. Now you'll notice that all my pencil lines are inside on this. So, but if you do want to rub them out, you can do. And then obviously, if you want to use your tacky glue on here, you can. I'm just using the glue runner because it's pretty strong anyway. And then what we need to do, we need to bring these sides in and we need to just marry those up like that as best you can get them. So we'll pop that onto there. And what I will do in a minute, I'll bring in the other boxes because we need to do like that little panel round them as well. So we've got that one and that one and that one round there like that. So now we've got that sealed up. Just give it a little bit of a press there and there as well, so you know that it's all attached. Yeah. Okay, so that's quite nice now. Quite a nice little box. But I did think about like fastening it up. How do we fasten it? Yeah. And a magnet or something like that would have been too
dots,
big,
didn't we? The little Velcro dots, but I think they might even be too big.
Yeah, I think they're a bit too big. And I think because it's quite tight on the folds because of how we've done it, I think that would kind of make it sit a bit that would be a little bit proud. You could probably cut, if you've got
Trim
Velcro
it.
dots, cut them in half even, because like a semicircle would probably go underneath.
Yeah.
But I quite like this effect, because I know that no little fingers would probably sneak into there.
No, that's
like
a good
they would
idea.
if this. They would probably just open that. But again, the sleeve is quite tight on here, and we'll talk about that one in a second. And then what I've done then is I've actually just drawn some dots. I've done some stitch lines on here with a white pen. And then I've also done the stitch lines on this end here. What you can do that before you stick it together, but you will need to fold this over. Don't do what I've done, and just naturally do it here. Here go the fireworks. And then you would need to do the stitching on here. That's what I thought. But then when I brought this over, I was like, no, it doesn't go on there. It goes on this bit. So it's not on there, it's on this bit. So do bear that in mind. I've done it wrong on a couple of these, and you'll see when I bring them in.
Yeah.
So obviously that is how you do your box. So,
Brilliant.
So you could, in theory, make yourself a new template, because you could just draw around here.
Oh, yeah,
Just
then-
do the score lines that you need. And even, I mean, you could even like bring in your, imagine this is a ruler. You could even then bring in like a line here on your new template and write on there what it is. You don't need the mats and layers on this, but if you want to, you can. They're still there as well.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do it as well, not as simply as I could, because it is quite fiddly, this, but I wanted to do it in a way that you could make either 12 boxes.
Yeah.
You might just want that like 12 days
12 days of
before
Christmas.
Christmas.
What,
You might
12
want to
days
do
after
the
Christmas?
or you might want to do them after.
Yeah.
You know, and that signifies when you take your tree down. Another thing you could do, which is a thought for me now, is as you get to that point after Christmas and you start to do the 12 days, like after Christmas, it is 12 days, isn't it, after when you take your tree down? It's about
That's when it
6
starts. That's the 12 days of Christmas,
Yes,
isn't
of
it? From
course.
Christmas Day, and then, yeah.
But what about this for a nice idea? What you could do is you could take something off the tree, one item, and
Oh,
put
yeah.
it in the box, couldn't
Yeah.
you? And then put that away, and then so that you'll have 12, you know, or you could even use the 24 in reverse. So then you put your little things in a box, and that
Yeah.
would be a really nice thing as well. If you're doing an advent calendar for adults, you could do little baubles, couldn't you? Something they could
Yeah.
hang on their tree. So it doesn't have to be sweets. It could be something like that. It could be
Just to
something,
say as well, because
you
Stu's
know.
asking, so is Sheila going to make all 24 boxes? She's not going to make 24 boxes over the course of the show, so do
I
stay
did-
with us.
Yeah, I did think about that. That would have probably taken us till probably 2 a.m.
Probably till Advent.
Till Advent, yes. So no, I have got a box.
Hey!
I've got 12 here. I mean, that is a 13th one now, but we won't be using that because
So she's going to
all
make
these
11
here-
more.
So these are all now ready to go. So all I need to do now is show you how to do this panel here. And I've already got those done as well. So let's just bring that in. I never wanted to be a Blue Peter kind of presenter, but I feel like I'm doing it.
It's
so
a good job you are today, I've got to be honest.
here's some we did earlier.
Yeah.
So you'll see here now what I've done. I've used those papers.
Yeah.
I've used the 12 days before Christmas. And again, I must show you this little tip. With the 12, the night before Christmas, sorry.
Night before Christmas,
Night
yeah,
before
yeah,
Christmas,
this is
not
what
the
you mean.
12
Yeah,
days
yeah.
before Christmas, whatever I'm talking about. So with these, I tried to use the 6x6, and they just weren't long enough to do the
Right.
strip to go around the box. But what I've done is, because we've got these huge pictures on here, I've actually, you'll see with some of the pieces that I've taken out, what I've done, and there's a couple of examples here, I've actually cut a strip off the top and a strip off the side and a strip off the side to make these pattern strips. Okay, let's have a look.
Okay. It's
So
sold out
that-
in the US, this pad, just to let you know. It is available in the UK, though.
But you know what? You can do this with any of your pads. If
Yeah.
you've got, you might have got your Christmas by candlelight that you've not used yet. You might have your retro.
Yeah.
And because we've got the 12 by 12s, the beauty of it is, as we always say, we do these papers so that you can cut into them and make 4 panels. But what you might want to do like I've done, you go, I don't want to cut the house off and I don't want to cut the sand trough here sat in the sleigh, but I can afford to take off an inch strip round there.
Right.
And I've still got a nice big chunk there that I can use on some cards. You know, and I could cut that down if I wanted to, but I've kept the moon on, I've kept some foliage, and I've kept these items. Same on this one.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to, I couldn't face chopping into this part here. But I've still got enough there left now to even get another couple of strips off the end, one off the top even. So just bear that in mind when you've got your 12 by 12s. You wouldn't be able to do it with your 6 by 6. You'd be able to do it with an 8 by 8 pad, but like I said, the 12 by 12s, you think, oh, I don't want to cut into that, but just cut the edges off. And I think then once you've started cutting into it, you'll start to use it more. That's what I found. So what I've done, because obviously we're going to have 24 boxes.
Yeah.
And we've got 4 of the satin colours in that A5 cardstock. So I've been able to take out the green, the red, the gold and the copper. And I've cut, obviously, 6 strips from each. Now, the strips here that I've done, I'll show you how we do these. So the strips are 1.25 inches in width. Okay, so what we've done here is we've cut the strips that are going on top to 1 inch, right? So that's 1 inch. And then obviously, because I cut a 12 by 12, like a 12 by 1 inch strip, I've just trimmed off the excess once I stuck it together. So what you need to do, so we'll pop these together and then I'll show you how you get these around that box. And obviously I'm aware that we've got quite a bit of time, haven't we, on this show? So it means we can, you know, get on with these as best we can. So, and what I've done, I've tried to theme the pieces. So I was going to put a green strip on here because I've got the green card. But then when I put that on there, I didn't quite like that as much. I felt that green was a bit clashy because it's kind of going on to teal effect when you put green on it. So that's why I've gone with a blue on there. And then this piece can go onto here like this, because this has got like a little bit of gold in it. So we're going to pop that on there. And you see what I've done? I actually wrote on the back, because I matched them up last night, that this goes with the gold. Is that my, I thought, I need to figure out how I can remember those, what goes on which. So that's how I've remembered that. And then what I've done as well, because it's a longer strip here than we've got here, I've actually looked at the colours on it and gone, well, we've got quite a bit of that goldy colour down here, so I want to keep that on there. And obviously you can measure this, so you don't need to use your tape pen right to the bottom. So I'm going to chop that little bit off there, like that. Okay, and then we'll do, this should have an R on it. No, that's that one. This is for this one. So let's just, now this is a shorter piece because I've used so much of this over the last few months that I've been like, oh my goodness, I'm nearly out of the red. I've used so much of the red that I'm honestly, I'm at like the last little bit. So some of these are shorter pieces, but they will still fit around the box. I seem to remember that they will just go around the box. So let me chop that. So once we've got it put round the box, then we will have to then trim a little bit off. So we'll do this one, and then we know then that those 4 are on. So that's how I've done those strips. And as Johnny remarked before, these would work as like little bookmarks.
Yeah, nice little bookmarks, yeah.
Or you could do these as napkin rings.
Oh yeah, that's the idea.
You know, napkin rings, you could use them as paper chains. You know, so you just roll them all round and link them together. So you would do that, and then pop your next one through. So again, there's lots and lots of ways of doing it. So what we need to do now, we need to bring in one of the boxes. So I've got another one here that's done in gold, and that's already got the strip around it. So this is where you need to bring in your little scoreboard again.
Oh yeah.
Right, so what we've done, because we've not cut these with a die, every one is going to be slightly different to the other, whether it's just by a millimetre or a couple of millimetres.
Yeah.
So you can't score, or I can't give you score marks in certain points on this because they're all going to be different. So, and this was what I found doing mine. And I feel like doing it this way, it kind of breaks up the monotony of actually cutting them all, you know what I mean? Having them all cut, batches, and then going, oh, I've got to do 24 of these now. It breaks it up. You can only do like one at a time almost. So what you need to do with this, you need to start with your strip like this here. Okay. So you'll see then that that fits all the way around like that. And you're going to have an excess bit on here. So you don't need to worry about that. So what I did with this is, if I bring in the original, you'll see that I want the top piece to come over the bottom piece. I'm a bit like OCD about that. I don't like the bottom being above the top piece, if you know what I mean. So what you can do is you can gauge it from that. So once you've done your first one, you can go, okay, well I want that to come down to about there. So what you can do with this, you can just do that. Okay. Right, so because this is quite thick, you can then put that on your scoreboard if you want to. If you want to do it just like I'm showing you now, first of all, then you can do that as well, because each, like I say, each box will be different. So you'll need to do this with every box, just so that you know you're going in the right place. So you can see, you press that there, and then you can score that if you want to. So if you're really like a bit obsessive about scoring things, then you can just actually do that as well, just to make that a little bit more crisp.
Right.
Okay. So that goes like that. And then, do you know what would be nice as well, Ben? As we're saying, I were asking people what was their favourite advent calendar, if they can remember. Be nice to know if anybody's actually made an advent calendar. If you've made them in every year, if you make them every year, if you made one last year, if you're making one this year, if you've already made one, if you make them to sell. You know, it'd be good if any of you have done any. It'd be great if you send us any pictures.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
It'd be lovely to see them.
Yeah,
it'd be lovely to see.
Maybe you had some of the Crafters Companion ones back in the day as well.
Yes, of course. You told me about those the other day,
done one for probably a couple of 3 years, something like that, I think.
Right, okay.
I love projects like this, though, says Hillary, doing things in stages, in bulk. And for those that saw the birthday card I made, says Alex, for my granddaughter, Harry, she was thrilled with it. Her nose was practically inside it to see how it worked. And Jean Marie says, this is a belly band bonanza for Sheila.
It is a belly band bonanza, actually. It would be even better if these strips would fit around my belly, but that's not going to happen, is it? So, so you can see now.
That would be a small belly.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It would be like Barbie size, Cindy size. So you can see now how that has overlapped. So what we can do now is we can cut this off. You can cut it off if you want to, like about here. You can cut it off at the top. It's exactly up to you. I think with mine, what I did, I just let it go there, and then I snipped it. So let me pop that back there, and I just snip that bit off. And then if you need to trim another bit off, you can. But that will then go over there, and that gives you a really nice little band that you can slide on and off to put your gifts in. And even if you don't want to, actually at this point, put that on, you might have something that you want to put in there. You could always just store that in there until you are ready. Let me do it the other way. Until you're ready to actually like put something in it, because then you'll go, okay, I know that one will fit on there, and that's tucked in there. And you can put your number in as well, and then build it up at a later point. So again, you've got that option to do that. Yeah. But what we'll do now, we will fix that together. So again, you now know that your smaller tab comes over the top there. Yes. So let's just take that in place. You can use your tacky glue if you want to. You can use your red liner tape. You can use your glue pens. I mean, you could use your glue pen and a bit of tacky glue, because if you look at the box, it naturally wants to ping open. And I know there's not a lot of weight on it, but the more you fold it over there, the more it wants to spring back open. So you can just bear that in mind. But what I would do is put this round here now. That way, Sheila, you want the top over the bottom, like that. And then just press that down so it lines up there, like that. And that is your little box with its band on there. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And then what we've done as well then, we have used, and these are perfect, but I know we've got these on the show, haven't we, Johnny? These are on the show, Sheila, yeah. we've got is it a little bundle of different ones?
I think you can get these individually if you want the tiny treasure numbers, yeah, which would be perfect. But we've also got these in like the Gemini mini dies that are even smaller than this.
Yes.
They are in a bundle.
Yeah, we've got different ones. These were the only numbers I had. When I was doing the calendar at home, I thought, oh my goodness, I don't even know if I've got any number dies. So I had a look online, and then I looked on the information they sent me for the show, so we know what products are on. And I was like, oh, that's a real relief there. So what I did to do the numbers, and again, this is another job and a half, which you do. If you, what I did, I'll show you what I did and how I figured this out, because I'm using 4 different colours. What I did was I wrote like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right up to 24.
Yeah.
Okay, because obviously there's always that thing at the moment where, oh, it has an advent calendar has 25 days.
Yeah, when did they start doing 25?
I don't know.
It was always 24.
It's always been 24.
And 25 is Christmas Day.
25 is Christmas Day. That's when you get to Christmas. The 24 days up to it, Advent, and then when you reach the 25th, that's the day. I mean, how many things do you want on Christmas Day? You're going to have a big pile of presents going, oh, I still want a chocolate on the 25th. No, you've got 18 selection boxes there, you know. So we've gone up to 24. So what I did then, I just picked, I had all these numbers here on a sheet last night, and I just picked randomly. I went, right, okay, not last night, it was the night before. I went, right, okay, I'm going to do number one. Number one I've done here, which is this one. I've done this in gold. So then I made my little chart. Yeah. Like this. Red, green, gold and copper. Right. And I just chose random numbers. A couple of them I had to add extras in. But because we're using 4 different card colours, it would work. Yeah, lottery numbers. It would work.
That'd be nice.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, if I put those on? And I was like, I won £1 million every month. Yeah. I'd be like, yeah.
If you won the lottery, would you give us all a bit of money, Sheila?
Yeah, I would. I'd come in my brand new car, drive up, and I'd say, so long, everybody. Yeah. There's your 20 quid each.
Yeah, she'd drive up in her muscle car, wouldn't she, eh? Yeah. There you go, there's 20 quid. Go and get yourself something nice. Get yourself a takeaway.
Get yourself a bar of chocolate, or get yourself a coffee or a pint. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. But I've been one of those cars where, you know, you press a button and is it on, what film is that on?
Which
where
one?
Where they take him into, it's not planes, trains, automobiles, it is, isn't it? Where he's with the taxi driver.
I don't know.
And then when they stop at the hotel, he presses a button and it goes.
Oh, it jumps up and down?
And it goes down as well, while they get out, and it makes, it's brilliant. Yeah. So I'm coming in one of those. There you go. Hydraulics, that's the one. So that's what I've done. I've divided the numbers between the 4 colours, and because we've got 6, you know, multiples of 4 or 6, it works because the amount of doors we've got. So that's how I did my numbers, and then I put them all in the bag here. And do you know what? These numbers are beautiful. They're fun. And now again, I'm going to be honest with you here. What I did when I made that number 1 there, I put the number 1 on and then thought, oh yeah, this is fine. And then I thought, oh my goodness, what happens when I get to like 24? Oh yeah. Because the strip is only 1 inch long. But what I did figure out was, and if we do, let's find which number had 24. So copper, we've got 22. So in this big pile of numbers here, I've got 22 somewhere. So there's 1. And then we'll find the other one. So we're just doing it right. That's a 7. There's the other one. Okay, and I wanted to do them the same colour as this strip. Yeah. So they're not that bad when you put them on there, but I did stagger them a little bit. So you could stagger them so that you have that one a bit lower and that one a bit higher, like that. So it's a little bit, you know, different. Yeah. Or you could do it so that they sit like that. So they're just a little bit staggered. And I still find that that's okay. I would be happy with that on display in the house, obviously. So so that's what you can do. You can glue those on however you want to. And then obviously you've got your red strips, so you put your red numbers on there. But this is a really good way of doing it, I thought, because you can also, with that, you can count down yourself as to which ones you've done. Mm-hmm. So you go, right, I'm going to do all the red ones. Or you can go, right, I'm going to do a red, green, gold, copper, red, green, gold, copper, and you can just cross them off as you've done them, and then you know then that you've got all your boxes, and that's sorted. Obviously, in this instance, we're not going to do 24 boxes. No. We have got, I would like to, if we can, during the show, be able to do an outer casing And we obviously, if we need to go away and go over to Ben, I can be doing a few bits. The only way I can do it is by getting all 12 with the strips on. Right, so we put then all 12 together, and I've measured some card up, and they will all fit on a 12 by 12. We can score on the edge, and that should then fold in and make a casing for it.
Okay.
So that is my plan for that. But I think I need a drink of water. I've been chatting a lot,
You have.
so I feel like I need to just put the numbers to one side and have a quick mouthful of water.
Yeah, love watching Sheila, says Colin. I'll be watch back since I missed some of this and make some of these boxes also. What a great project. And Jane's nightly joke. Hey Ben and Sheila, why did the lifeguard kick the elephant out of the pool? Because they couldn't keep their trunks up.
Oh, I love
It's a good
that.
one. It's a good one.
That's funny.
So, this is just the numbers from the Tiny Treasures collection. There are various numbers on the show, but if you want just the numbers from the Tiny Treasures collection, that is that set there for £4.79 or $6.36. So you get all of your numbers there in die form. You're also going to get your ordinals there as well. Those are stamps, so included. I love doing that. Included. And you also get today as well. So you've got all of the combos of the numbers there. So absolutely perfect for making your, they said Valentine's, your Advent collection. But any project that you need a number for, whether it's a birthday, whether it's an anniversary, whatever it might be, it's always handy, I say, to have numbers or letters in your Crafty stash, whether it be stamps or dies, to give you that opportunity to be able to personalise. If you do want smaller numbers as well, we do have like the little mini numbers on the shop today, but you can check the website for those. And then, of course, we've got your template library. If you want the full template library, it is available. Details are on your screen here. So £172, $200 is your platinum price on this one. If you're in the US, and of course you have got your free shipping with that. What I will say, you can go individually. I'll just pluck out the green one here actually, because this has got the one that Sheila is working on currently. But choose whether you want to go for them all, or if you just want to dive in and pick up the various ones. So this was the third expansion pack after the original. And just to show you, these all come with 15 projects. So the original had 30. The expansion packs have 15 projects. And like I say, I'll show you the recipe cards in here, but these are all of the templates that you're going to get. I don't know how ours have got ones missing, but they have anyway. People have taken them out and not put them back. But the point is, you can take out your project. So this one's stiletto-shaped card, simply comes out, choose the cardstock that you're going to work with. In this case, again, card base, one sheet of 8.5 by 11 inches, your bow elements, one sheet of 8.5 by 11 inches, flattens to approximately 5.5 by 5.5 inch card. And then all you're going to do, once you've got your template out, I'll just pop that one back in because I'm good like that. You then come to your recipe cards. And here they are. And I'll take you through this one. Like I say, I think the thing to focus on here, that, by the way, covering that up, is the QR code. Trying to scan it, I know. That is the QR code that you'll scan to get the digital projects for each and every one of the projects within here. But yeah, like I said, it's not a case of going, oh, must buy the original template library, then I'll buy them in number order. No, you can simply, if you want the green one first, get the green one. It just depends, I think, what projects you want to work. So if I just quickly show you, so the first project in your green is that beautiful shutter card. Again, you'll get the digital tuition via that QR code, but you've got everything there. It's always in 6 steps, pictures, and the instruction for you as well. Pop-up staircase. I always think it's brilliant when you see things like this in the template library, because I always think, well, you're going to need a die to do something like that. No, you've got the template to be able to do that within this expansion pack. Number 3 is your apron-shaped card. I think that's a brilliant one to have again year-round. Use it with your kitchen collection. You know, use it for Christmas collections. Could be like a Christmas apron, couldn't it? It could be Santa's Christmas apron. You could decorate that one up with. Project number 4. I mean, again, just like beautiful things that you might not even think about making if you didn't have the template library. The butterfly gatefold card. Again, that one looks like it comes with a little belly band, which is super cute. Nice Christmas one in here as well. So if you're looking for Christmas projects, this comes with the Cracker Top gift box. That is number 5. And once again, I'll just quickly show you in here because we've got that one. there it is, cracker top gift. Comes with everything that you need. All of your mats and layers are included as well. So if you're looking at that and thinking, oh, well, do I need like the dies for that? No, I mean, if you go for the full template library, you will have dies, but you've got the mats and layers included in the actual template, tells you where to cut, tells you where to score, tells you where to glue. I mean, it could not be any more straightforward. And it is easy, and this is the point. It's a thing that's going to allow you to create cards and projects even if you've never done it before. Number 6, Tower Pinwheel card. And again, the great thing about this, of course, is you choose the colours that you want to work with. This is brilliant. I just showed you that a few moments ago, the stiletto-shaped card. So once again, you've got the template in there to be able to create the shape of the shoe, and then all of the decoration elements as well. Really lovely, I think, that one, with something like the Wild Heart collection. You've then got your dome chest box. So here it is. This is the one. So number 8, if you're wanting to recreate what Sheila is doing, this is the template that you'll be using from the green box. So that is numero 8. Then you've got your arched gatefold card. Again, lots of belly bands in here. That's really cute with a little wrap around. This one is a simple stepper card. So this is what I mean, you know, from things which look a little bit more complicated, like, you know, the boxes, you then got a simple stepper card. And I know a lot of people will be able to make that, you know, freehand it, or maybe you have dies to be able to create that. But template, super simple, really, really quick, 6 steps, all the tuition done. Next one is a pyramid card. So again, just showing you all of the different projects that you can make in here. You've got your corner fun fold card. Wow, that looks brilliant. You've got a hexagon twister card. Project number 14 is a pentagon gift box. And then lastly in this one is a pop-out square card. So those are your 15 projects within your green. If there are any other of the template libraries that you want me to go through over the course of the show, just give me a shout and we can certainly do that for you. But like I say, go individually on these, pick up the one that you want, or alternatively, you can get the bang for buck, best value for money, go for the full collection. You do get, if you go for the full template library, you will get the box to store it in, and you do get all of your dividers as well, so you can keep everything nice and organised. Hi to Ruth. Oh, we'll have another joke. We've had Jane's joke. This is a good one, actually. Oh, did you say, is it a good one, Johnny, or this is a good one? Oh, it is a good one. It is, yeah. Ruth's joke. Ben, I have a joke. Did I tell you the one about koi fish? Koi fish swim in packs of 4 for survival. When attacked, A koi, B koi, and C koi will scatter, leaving the decoy. That is brilliant. Do you know what, Ruth? No word of a lie. I'm going to use that tonight. That's going to be my thing when I walk in, because Laura loves her wildlife programmes. So I'm going to go, do you know what? I was watching the David Attenborough programme the other day about koi, and then she'll go, oh, really? And I'll do that. I'll let you know.
That's funny, that. If Wayne hadn't been watching, I would have told him that, because we have 29 koi in our garden.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, and I was thinking, you know, he would already know that they do that. And then I'm thinking, well, sometimes they swim, when we take the water out, there's like 20 of them all swimming
together.
together.
He's not watching at the minute. Maybe he's not watching.
Oh,
maybe
he'll be
like
watching, don't you worry.
He will be.
He's like, yeah, he's like police.
Like the police?
He's like the police.
Craft police.
Craft police. Yeah.
Thank you, Ruth. I absolutely love that. We're going to have a short break. As I say, when we come back, more with Sheila showing you how to construct the outer part of that advent. I don't know what I'm doing there. That outer bit. Koi carp, yeah. We can chat more about the template library. Any more machines you want to see as well? Because don't forget, these are back. They are back on pre-order. Any machine you want, mini, midi, junior, G2. We'll be looking at the junior in just a little while. But more than that, get yourself to the checkout. Get yourself that green template library, then you can do this. That'd be a marvellous thing to do, wouldn't it, for this Christmas? Create your own advent calendar. We'll meet you back here in just a few moments' time.
Hello everyone, Holly here again. I can't craft as I only have paws, but I thought you might like to see my favourite toy who keeps me company when my mummy is crafting. So here he is, Space Bear. He lives in space, but he comes to see me when mummy is in her craft room using her crafters goodies that she loves and seems to get delivered every day. Just saying. Anyway, here he is, my favourite toy, Space Bear. Thanks again everybody, bye!
What I love most about Crafters TV is the community.
Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world. it also connects you with people from all over the world.
You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family.
I feel like I'm crafting along with my friends.
I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much.
When you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go on the live chat, and you know people will be there for you as well.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
It's a place where we can all share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas, and get inspiration from each other.
So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. If you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hello everyone, I am Aaltje de Vries from the Netherlands. The question is what I like about Crafters Companion. When I bought my Gemini Junior in about June 2023, there was a card with a website, and I went looking and I thought, are there so many products? I didn't know. The shows, I watched them and I dare to chat, and the presenters were so great, so helpful and so professional. They taught me so much, and when I had a question, they told me how to do it, and they gave a demonstration. Also, if I had a problem, I could email. That team is so great. They always mailed back and always had an idea to solve my problem. I'm so glad with it. Well, I did not know everything about Sarah, but I see the difference in what she does and what it becomes now, the Crafters Companion. I can only say the whole team, everyone works so hard, so fine. Yeah, well, I didn't know it exists. The respect they have for everyone. I'm glad with it. I will say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you for all you're doing. See you. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being here with us on this 5th of November. Thankfully, so far, only a couple. There was a couple of bangs. What time does the one at the road start? 6:30? Could get a bit loud. I ordered that green one for birthday, says Blue Jay. I made number 15 for my aunt when I got it for her birthday. She loved the card so much. Now I want to make number 1 next. Well, when you do, make sure you post it in the I'm a Crafters Companion group, or you can send us your pictures as well. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. We are, do we need any pictures for Friday? We need some pictures for Friday, please, for Friday Night Live. Send them in here, and we will get those shown on Friday, along with the game this week. Oh, which is, so it is firework based. Oh, it's called Real or Dud.
Real or dud, I like that.
No, it's not real or good. It's real or dud. Real or dead. So basically, my idea, but Jamie's put it together. So you will be given names of fireworks, and then you have to say whether it's real or dad.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that's fun. There's 20 as well this time, so it's going to be quite quick fire. So that's the game. So if you want to win, then start genning up on some firework names. Some of them are quite funny, apparently. Some of them are very funny. Whether that's the made-up ones or the real ones, we don't know. I think it is going to be funny from what I'm hearing in my ear. Cheryl Bashuran says, good morning, my crafty friends from a chilly Seaward, Alaska. And after the holidays, says Jennifer Smith, I'll start going through my template library and making a project a day or go through a booklet a month. Thank you as well, Hillary, by the way, who sent in this picture. I think these are ours, aren't they? These were the applique characters that we had a while back. So so there was like the cute characters. There was the nativity scene as well, wasn't there? And she's made a little advent calendar for Sadie.
Oh, look at that!
So yeah, you had all of the different bits and pieces, and you could pop it together. So you had like the nativity story, because there's Mary and Joseph. You've got the kings, penguins, gingerbread people.
Brilliant.
The Christmas rabbits. There's Father Christmas as well, little elf. There's a Robin Redbreast, number 19. That's super cute, that.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
I love that.
It. I do.
Father Christmas is 24. 5, you've got, is that a mouse? Got the king, 7. What? I mean, this is brilliant. 23, little gingerbread man. Really cool. Feel free to send any more pics, any advent calendars that you've made over the years, or as I say, any of your favourite advent calendars. We must have, like, I know obviously a lot of people will have had the Crafter's Companion advent calendar, but there must be other ones that you've had. Has anyone ever had like a cheese advent calendar, or one with, makeup in, that kind of thing?
Oh, nice idea.
Lego calendars they've done over the years. You need that's Christmas done, isn't it, for the Lego calendar? You have to spend about 200 quid on one of them. They're ridiculous.
I do remember, and this is going back many years, when I was married, I did buy the chap I was married to, obviously. It was an advent calendar, and I think you can still get these. And it had all the components in to make a small working radio.
Whoa!
So you got one. You can still get them. I think you can get them for other things now as well, as you can make up other things. But all the components, you wired it up and everything, and it wasn't like, it didn't look like a radio, but you saw the inner workings of it. And then on Christmas Day, when it was all completed, we actually sat and listened to the Queen's speech on it.
That is brilliant.
Which is it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny. But yeah, I have seen, there's some really great advent calendars now, because there's some with candles in, aren't there? Scented candles and like you say, makeup and things like, there are some, I think, on the market that have got like a little dye in it and little drinks and stuff like that. So, I think you can do there's some really good ones, but the traditional ones are always nice. I mean,
you've got to go traditional, haven't you? That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah. When we had them in the 60s and 70s, I want to say probably early 70s, we had one between us, but because we didn't have much money, my mum bought us one every year, and it was one between us. So there were 3 of us, so we had to take turns, and we had to stand back while and watch what was in there. There were no chocolates in there. There was just a picture. So basically, it was a flat piece with pictures on, a bit like the squares we have in the retro on the retro papers, and then there were little doors over the top of each one, and you'd open it up and you go, what did you get? And you go, oh, I got a Christmas stocking, a picture of a Christmas stocking. And then there was always that time when you would open it up and it would be a candle with some holly, and you go, what did you get? Oh, I got a gingerbread man. What did you get? Oh, I got candle with holly. You know, but they've come on so much now. I would never have thought that they would have just improved that much, you know, over time. So we used to love that. We used to love that advent calendar.
So we're going to make the frame now, aren't we?
Yes.
Or the box.
So you can see what I've done here now. I've got 12 boxes, and I've got the three. The bands around each of them. So I've got 3 gold, 3 copper, 3 red, and 3 green. And obviously, when you're doing this, you would kind of mix them up, wouldn't you? So you'd go, right, well, we'll do, you know, you put the numbers on and then you mix them all up. So that's how it would kind of work. So let's just mix them up a bit, and then it makes it a bit more varied. We don't want that next to that one. We don't want that. Well, that's red there. Let's do a gold. That's it. We'll do a green there. So it's nice to mix it up a bit, isn't it? Like that. That will do. Okay, I don't think there's anything the same there. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh, never mind. Never mind, Sheila. Get on with it. So you'll see now that you've got 12 boxes, which are quite compact in there. Now, what I need to do now, and I'm going to do it on my mat. So I'm just going to pull this down for a second, because this is a 12 by 12 sheet of card, and we do 12 by 12s. We do a big pack, don't we now? Of, of white 12 by 12, which is what this one is. So I'm looking now. So if I obviously need these to fit in here. So my initial thought was I would score at like 2 inches in, but that's not going to work. I need to score in at, let's see. So what I'm going to do is, I think if I score in at 2.5 from the top and 2.5 inches from the bottom, and then probably maybe I might have to do 1 3/4 from the outside. So best thing to do when you're doing this is write it down. So we're going to go 2.5 inches top and bottom, so T and B. And then, obviously, left and right, I think I'm going to probably do 1 1/4. Now then, here's what happens now. Because when we fold these in, if we do that, this bit is going to be longer up here, and these bits are going to be probably on level. So what we need to do is trim this whole sheet down, don't we? So. And that's because if I measure this box, it's 1.5 inches. So if we come in 1.5 inches from there and 1.5 inches from the bottom, that means we need to cut this down, doesn't it, to, what would that be? Because I am rubbish at maths, but, so 1.5 from there.
Off of 12.
Yeah, would it be?
10.5.
And then let me look on there. I'm just having to lean over here just while I look at this here. So this measures about 8.5. So we'd have to go 8.5, 9 to 10, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Does that make sense then? If that's 10, is that 1.5? 1.5. Yeah, that's probably right, isn't it? So that makes it.
So what are you trimming? 1.5 off the top, you say? Off the bottom?
No, what I'm doing now is I've measured it, so I've put my boxes up to 1.5 from the bottom, okay, which is like there, and then I've looked where they come to, and they come to roughly 8.5, and so I need to add 1.5 inches onto that, don't I? Which takes me to 10.
Yes.
Yeah, and then on this side, if I measure 1.5, that takes me to 11.5. So I need to cut it at 10 by 11.5, because obviously it's not a square box, is it? Because of the shape of this, it's rectangular. So, and that way then, get my cutter, when we score, we will score the same on each side. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Am I right on that?
I think so.
Well, we'll find out.
I'm pretty good at maths, but when it comes to like working out things like this, I don't think I'm particularly very good.
Well, I'm not
So let's
brilliant.
find out. Let's just cut what you said.
I'm
Let's
not
just
brilliant.
find out.
And what we can do, let's get the little arm out here.
Yeah.
Or the leg, as Debbie calls it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We'll pop the stand on there. So we're going to cut this to 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say
Don't
10?
worry, Ben.
Okay.
That's the one that the cat doesn't like.
People are hearing them in the comments. They're literally right outside the
Oh, they really?
window.
Can they hear them?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
You wait till about 6:30 when they start going off at the oak leaf.
Right, so we're going to go to about 11.5 there. Okay. So let's just pop that over there out the way for a minute. Right, so let's just make sure we've got this right, and I'm not bothered about the configuration of the red, gold, green and copper at the minute because I need to just look at this now. So I'm thinking if I score around there now at 1.5 inches in on each side,
you'll have
that should give us
the height,
like an outer casing,
like a frame.
And don't worry if this bit here doesn't come right up, because that means then you've got a little bit. These boxes would naturally stick out, so you can get them out.
Yeah.
So let's try that. How are we doing for time? Oh, we've got lots of time, haven't we? Just in case it goes completely wrong and we have to go, right, let's start again.
We've got your message, by the way. Who was it wanting to see the boxes? Sandy, we'll show the template libraries you want to see very shortly. Stay tuned.
Yes, yes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my thinner tool on this one. So I'm going to go in at 1.5 there. And then I'm going to just turn this and do it at 1.5 on each side, because that should still equate to the same, I think. Yeah. I feel like we've gone the. Oh yeah, it's different at the bottom, isn't it?
All right.
The measurements are different at the bottom because we have we allow for lids and boxes. So yeah, that's right. 1.5. Okay. So let's have a look at what happens now. And so we're gonna. Worst case scenario, it doesn't fit. And hey, it's not the end of the world, is it? It's just a box we're making.
Exactly right.
Now this cardstock isn't as heavy as I would have liked it to be. I'd be for an outer box. I would like maybe 300, 350.
Okay.
To do an outer box.
What's this? About 250, isn't it?
I think this is 250.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. You can always double it up. You can thicken it up with mats and layers as well. So what I'm going to do before I actually cut this to make the box is I'm going to just slot these in and see if they fit. And at the minute, I'm happy that they are fitting very, very well. So I'm happy with that. So what we'll do now, we'll slide these out again.
Perfect.
And we will cut the corners on these now. So what we're going to do, a bit like you do when you're making a box or you're making a lid, we'll cut up there like that. Okay. And then I'm just having a little think for a minute before I decide whether I'm going to cut a V or not. I need to just decide that because I'll measure it first, and then if I feel like it needs to have a V cut, I will cut a V, if you know what I mean. Well, it's a bit like a V, isn't it? It's an angled section. Yeah. So obviously, now what you can do, you can put this in. You can put these inside like that, so that makes your little box. I'm happy to do that because if we don't cut the V, and not the V but the angle, that sits very neatly there, as does that one.
Yeah.
And because there's no V cut out, it means we've got some strength right up to that edge, whereas if we had the V, it would kind of sit here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like that there. So we're going to turn that over. Like that. So I'm going to put the tape on here now. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. There we go. Like that. And then we'll do the same on this one. Oh, that was a whopper.
That made me jump, that one. Very loud.
Is this just a warm-up?
Well, this is just people letting them off, isn't it, in their backyards. On the subject of advent calendars, Jessica says, I always got the kids' Lego advent calendars when they got older. When they were little, I had a chimney countdown with Santa. Each day he dropped closer to the bottom of the chimney.
Oh.
Fireworks on the go, managed to photo some, says the Birdman, Michael Adams.
Fabulous.
Lynn, I think he might have sent them in. I think, maybe. Lynn's in with us. Hi, Lynn Morton. Hi, Mary Pat in Montana. And Trudy says, I can hear your fireworks. They are loud, very loud. I think they're only going to get louder as well.
We should have had our celebrations pad on tonight, shouldn't we?
Oh, no, Stardust celebrations.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have done like a fireworks show, couldn't we?
We could have done a fireworks show.
Yeah, but like,
celebrate good old Guy Fawkes for whatever he
firework
did.
deals we could have had.
Treason and all that.
The bonfire bonanza we could have called it.
We could. Next year, pop it down in your diary, that. Pop it down in your diary.
There you go, because we got all the sound effects going for us, so it would have been perfect, wouldn't it? Would have been perfect.
Yeah. Hey, look at this.
Perfect, look at that.
Look at this.
Woo-hoo.
I'm happy. I didn't realise that would work. You will not believe the sleepless night I had last night, and I was awake at the crack of dawn thinking, masterclass advent calendar, how am I going to do this? So my thought now is we'll do a little bit of decoration inside, but what we can do as well now, I've just done the 12. If you were to do another set like that, you could hinge them. So if I show this from the front, Jamie, would that be all right? So if you made one like that, and then you made another one, and what I will do is I'm going to kind of make it a little bit sturdier. You could make another one here, so you've got them kind of on an angle. Yeah. So you would see all 24 boxes. Obviously, I think once you get them in there as well, with something in, the weight will work. But you could also, as well with these, you could put shelves in there. So you could put strips in between. You could do something like, say for instance, let me show you like this. So if you've got a strip left over from what we had before, so you can see now how we've popped that in there. So that would give you an idea as to how you could, you know what I mean. But what you could do, a way of sitting that in there, and I'm just looking if I've got a thicker piece just to give you a better idea. So if you imagine this piece was that long, what you could be doing is you could be scoring it at, so let's see, we could score it at maybe ½ an inch there. Okay. And then, so you'd need to, obviously, let's take some of these out and then we'll take those out, we'll leave those there. So what you would need is you could actually have a piece like that, where you could stick it at the back, and then you would then have a little like turnover here. So if I put that back on there now, so we scored that at ½ an inch, and then we could score this at maybe there. Let me have a look, which is, and I'll tell you what that is in a minute, I think it might be about 2 inches. So, there. And this is just like, oh, it's 2 1/4. So this is just like experimentation now. So if we turn that round now, and you've got that section.
Oh dear, oh dear. I don't know how you're like being very calm over there. Everyone's caught me out.
You're funny. So we could create a little, like a little shelf, you know what I mean, to hold them in. And you could be decorating this with something else. You might not want to do that. You might want to leave it exactly as it is. And just have it like that. Or you might want to just do something like that in there. So you would cut that to the same depth as the box, which is about 1½ inches. But you would do a second piece that would go up the sides here. So you'd attach it there. So there's lots of different ways, and that was what I was saying about having a thicker cardstock or a stronger cardstock, or doing it like double, so that you could fit them in. But there's lots of different ways of doing it. But what I would be doing as well with this is I will be taking probably, if I grab this now, from earlier on, the piece of paper that we had. So you could be doing like a background in here. So you would cut that. So I'll cut that. We're going over to Ben, I think. So what I'll do is I'll cut a piece out and put that in the back, and then we'll have a look at where we're going next with it.
Thank you, everybody, for all the comments flying through. This is fantastic, Sheila, says Jane. Love this, Sheila, says Jessica. Alison, I mean, this is what we're after. I have sent in a photo of my pork scratching advent calendar. Alison, that's the kind of thing I was after. If I'm being honest, it's not come in yet. I really like this masterclass, says Fred. Going to steal this idea. I'll tell you what I can show you is some of the pictures that Michael sent. So not only our Birdman, but also a firework man. Yeah, very good. Dab hand at taking pictures of fireworks. I think it's very difficult to do.
That is brilliant,
It's a very hard thing to do. Look at this one here is a beauty. Yeah, Michael, you can probably do on Paperpad. Stardust Celebrations too.
Yeah, that is fantastic, isn't it?
It's absolutely brilliant. And you know what? It's quite nice just to see them without all the noise, isn't it? Because they look very pretty, but
nice work.
So loud. Look at that one. Absolutely brilliant. That's like the seagull one, isn't it? That's the one that goes.
That's amazing.
Like that.
Has he done that on like a proper camera, or has he done it on
Michael's got all the. I mean, I don't know, but he's got all the cameras because he's a very, very good photographer. He has got all the gear.
Oh, really?
And all the idea when it comes to photos. So
all the gear and all the idea.
Yeah. Unlike me, all the gear and no idea. Alison, we will wait on the picture of your pork scratching advent calendar because that we do need to see. Sandy as well, I know you want to have a flick through the yellow and the blue template library, so I'll do that for you. I'll show you all 30 projects in those two books so you can make your mind up. And we'll also talk about the Gemini Junior as well. We will be back in about 4 or 5 minutes' time. We'll see you in a sec.
Hi there, my name's Cooper. I'm also known as Cooperman by my friends on Crafters TV. I love Crafters Companion, even though my mummy spends more money on their products than my treats and toys. But she spends so much time crafting in her craft room, which means I get loads of treats. So thank you, Crafters Companion. Woof woof.
What I love most about Crafters TV is the community.
Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world.
It also connects you with people from all over the world.
You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family.
I feel like I'm crafting along with my friends.
I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much.
When you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go in the live chat and people will be there for you as well.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
It's a place where we can all share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas, and get inspiration from each other.
So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
Craftaganza is here, the ultimate crafting experience in the US and UK. Across 2 unforgettable days, enjoy 10 expert-led classes, hands-on projects and endless inspiration. Learn from our expert teachers, share the joy of crafting and connect with fellow crafters. You'll leave with new skills, finished projects and unforgettable memories. Join us in Dallas, Texas or Newton Aycliffe, County Durham. Don't miss your chance to be part of Craftaganza. Get your ticket today.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate club inspired tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special club inspired community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hi, this is Alison Mason and I'm in my favourite place, my craft room with a view. Why do I love Crafters TV? Many reasons. Inspiration, incredible demos, fabulous products and tools that have certainly helped to improve my crafty skills. It's also great to interact with other crafters on the socials and also with the team. It's like being part of one big family. Keep up the good work. Thanks guys.
Welcome back, everybody. Alison, send your picture again. We haven't got it yet. I want to see the pork scratching advent calendar. I've just had a bag of crisps actually in that break because I got very hungry thinking about pork scratching. Quickest bag of McCoy's crisps I think I've ever eaten there. I put it on the Crafters Companion page and I've tagged you, Ben. Right, let me just quickly find this. Hold the line. I'm going to find it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get it. I'm a Crafters Companion. Wait there. Here we go. I'm a Crafters Companion. Here we go. Email didn't say. Here we go. Try it. Here we go. The Snaffling Pig Company.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Let's have a look. There we go. Hurrah, it's pork crackling based advent calendar. It says jog on chocky. Look at that.
I love that. That's brilliant.
And then look, you open it up. Merry Piggin' Christmas. I love that, Alison. That is brilliant.
Oh my word, that is so
I love
funny.
the fact you popped that on the Armour Crafters Companion page as well. I'm gonna give that a little like. There we go, done it. Right, that is so good. We are gonna have a quick look at a couple of the template libraries for Sandy who needed to see them. By the way, hello to Christine Mahoney who's joined us, Fred and also Mary Pat, saving this class for future use. Now, I won't bother showing you the templates because the templates. I'll show you the different projects you've got in each booklet. So the recipe cards for the blue, which is expansion pack 2, is blue. All right. So let's get this. Let's get this one opened up. What is in number 2? Your card. So you can scan your template. You can scan the QR code to get all the projects for your computer. 15 projects, and in the blue is a Z-fold card. And again, you have the dies if you want to add to these, which come in the original templates. But what you'll find, you'll have all of the mats and layers for each of the projects within each one. So you've got your gatefold heart card. Careful how you say that. An exploding centre card. That's super cute. It's incredible as well when you look at that and think like how difficult that could be to do manually. And look, 6 steps. 6 steps you've got. So it's really simple. And again, all the video tutorial to go with that. Trifold shutter card, which is super cute. Shadow box card is project number 5 in here. Oh, that's kind of cute as well. A curvy gatefold card. And again, look, all the steps you need just there. Butterfly card. That's actually quite nice. There's the little embossed detailing on there. Ooh, a half star card. Ah, this is an absolute belter, this one. Number 9 in the blue is the camera shutter card. It's such... we were looking at one of these at the NEC on Friday with somebody. Can't remember who it was, but anyway, very, very cool. And it creates, as you open it up, it creates that camera shutter effect. And again, all done via template. Number 10 in here is your secret message handbag. Might be quite nice for a little Valentine's gift. Won't be long until that rolls around, will it? How many days till Valentine's? 56, 87, 101. You've then got a bendy fold card, which is super cute. That's really nice. I guess those little bits like interlock into each other to create that stunning fold. And this is the great thing about this, in the fact that, you know, this star-shaped card, you might want a yellow star, you might want a purple star. You choose the papers that you want to work with. We just give you the base of this so that then you can get out all the papers that you want to create it in the style that you so wish. Sidestep rocker card is project number 13. Oh, this is cute. I've seen this a few times on shows as well. The tiered pop-up card. I know our DT have certainly done that, and we've showed that live in the studio when we've done the template library shows. And then this again, a fancy card storage box where you can make the actual storage and then pop your little cards in there as well. So that is the blue number 2, £19.99 or $23.99 if you're in the US. And then number 4 is the yellow. And again, you get all of the templates, of course. I'm just showing you the recipe booklet here so you can see the projects that are within the book. So first up is a double swing card. Swing, swing. So again, I know we've done the swing dies recently, but it may well be that, you know, you haven't got a machine. Oh, you're just starting off and you want to be able to create swing cards. You do it template based. All done for you. And again, this does come with the video tuition as well. Pop out heart card is project number 2. Number 3 is a diagonal double gatefold card. Love that with the sunflower papers, very pretty. Again, Valentine's, that'll be a good one for that. Heart gift boxes you can create there. Again, all done. You'll have the templates for all of the decoration here as well, which is lovely. Always an absolute cracker, a centre stepper card. Again, I know Sarah makes these, you know, straight off the bat with scoreboards and crafting knives. I know people will be able to do that. I think even in the past we've done dies that allow you to do that. But again, this is all template based. So, you know, if you've never made one before, look, it's as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, done. Flag fold card. Again, it looks like a terribly difficult one to do, but actually, once you get into this, follow the digital tutorials. It's very, very achievable. Number 7 in here is your door or window shaped card. So again, that could be nice. Pop your little festive sort of swags on there, whether you want a door for a haunted house, you know, an Easter door, decorate it how you wish for whatever the occasion might be. This one's super cute, the double pocket fold card. Again, with the little inserts. Number 9 is your recessed folded card. Wow, that is incredible. It's like the detail, recessed into the aperture of the card there, which is very clever. Number 10 is trifold card. Number 11. Oh, that's cute. So again, just to show you, it's not all cards and envelopes. You've got construction pieces in there as well. So that is a roll-up gift box. Shows you how to do that. And again, you can make as many of those, I guess, as you want to, really. You could just keep extending it. Art Deco screen cards are really nice to use with things like your Roaring 20s collection. If that's something that you picked up a couple of years ago, probably 3 years ago now. Flat fold box card is number 13. And again, we're just giving you the ideas of the papers that you might want to use. Star fold card is number 14. And then project number 15, always a favourite, is that really lovely bench fold card. So that is your yellow booklet. Again, obviously you will get all of the templates that go with that. It is $19.99 or $23.99. If you want to buy them both, of course you can. If you just love the whole idea of the template library, then of course you can go for that as well. If you buy the full collection, you do get the box, you do get all of the dividers as well, so you can like set yours out on your craft desk, just like we're showing you here. That is £172 platinum or $200 if you are in the US. Alison says, I now have a Harry Potter Lego advent calendar. They cost about £25 to £30, but well worth it. And Jean Marie says, wow, just got a delivery of my order from Friday's outlet sale. So fast. Gotta love the new US warehouse. Well, that's amazing news.
Brilliant.
That you're getting all of these things delivered so super quickly, and hopefully lots more deliveries leaving the various warehouses and arriving on your doorsteps very, very soon. Right, we're going to finish this one up then with Sheila. So we created the box based in 12 boxes so far, haven't we?
Yes, yes. So again, you can repeat that, or you can do 24 boxes, and then you can make yourself a huge box to put something in. I mean, you might even have something like a box, you know, that's had something delivered in that you could trim down, so that would be really kind of chunky, and then you could decorate it with your papers. What I've done with this one, if you've not got that, then this is what you can do. I've put a piece of card paper in the back, so that when you're taking the boxes out, you know, you can see that you've got things behind, so it's not just white. And then I thought, because it's a little bit thinner cardstock, I've made a couple of little supports just while we were on the break there.
Yeah.
And basically, this is the length of an A4 card.
Okay.
But I've just cut it to 1.5 inches in width, which is the same dimension as the depth of the box. And I've put that across the top there, and I've bent it so that it will just fit there. Okay. So that gives us a little bit more strength. And then I've done the same again for the bottom. And then I've cut a shorter one, which will sit over that and cover those edges where we folded it round. So it gives us a bit more stability on there. So I'll attach those. And then obviously I need to cut this one as well to measure the same as this one here. So we can trim that down. And I'll just do that now on the guillotine. I don't want to risk doing it with scissors, and it would be quick, but I think, well, we've spent 2 hours doing it, so let's just do a little chop with the guillotine there.
Perfect.
I've got so many little pieces of craft card left now. I'm going to have to do some serious craft card projects or something. So we'll stick these on. Now, I think I'm going to stick these on with... I'm thinking, I think I'm going to go tacky glue with this, to be honest. And I'm going to go with it out of the bottle rather than the thin nozzle. I'm just going to get that dried bit off the top, and then we know the glue can come out again. We'll just get that little bit off there. I think it's coming out anyway. So the easiest thing probably with this is to maybe glue... I don't know whether I think I'm going to glue the box actually. So I'm just going to go.
Oh,
that made me jump a bit.
Absolutely jumped out my skin there. That one sounded like it was right outside the window. Oh dear.
Sounds like it's right on the back door, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
It does indeed. Sounds like it's right out the
Looming
back.
fireworks.
Okay, so let's do a little bit of glue all the way along here. Now, if you've got an old style glue spreader, you could use that actually. Or if you've got those like little sponge applicators or an old brush, you can give it a good coat so it's all completely flat. But what we'll do is we'll pop that on there. Okay. And then we'll bring this section round here. So this is just a little way of kind of strengthening it for you. And then obviously, once you've attached these onto the side, I'll just press that down inside there so that will help that bond, and then the same there. What you can do as well, you can line the inside as well, strengthen it a little bit. If once you've done that, you decide, I still feel like I need like an outer edge on it that's a little bit nicer than what we've got. So what you could do, if you've still got some of your papers left, you might want to do something like this where we, say for instance, if you've got a little piece like that, you might want to just, do like a mat and layer. So you've got that continuation all the way around the box. Or you might want to just cut like a really thin, let's do a thin strip, something like maybe 1/2 inch, where you would put that on the edge. You could score it down the middle and you could pop that on the edge like that. So it just gives you a finishing edge. Okay, so it's obviously, I'm not going straight here, but it gives you that kind of nice rounded finished edge. You might even have a die that you could do that with, even maybe one of our, thinking one of those like, you know, the rick-rack dies.
Oh, the rick-rack dies would work nicely,
that might work. I mean, with that, you could actually do you could, if you cut one, the thicker one that's got, well, you can cut them to what thickness you want, but you could cut one that would be the thickness of this, and then you could score it where the points are, so you could actually have the points hanging down, or all the way around. So you could do something like that, or you might want to do, and I absolutely adore doing this at home, which is where I get either some twine or some cord, and I do a very fine line around the edge of tacky glue, and I just hold that on and I put it on a bit at a time, so that gives you a finish as well on there. So there's lots of ways you can actually do the finishing touches to it, but it's nice to actually do the like the strengthening panels as well. So what I'm going to do, I've already glued that on, haven't I? Yes, I have. So I'm going to glue this next bit here. And even if we're not going to do another half section, but I'm going to do that at home, I think. I'd really like to do to finish it off. But you know, another thing as well I'm thinking now, if you've got your jigsaw dies, you could even do like jigsaw. You could put little jigsaws in, couldn't you?
You could do a puzzle. You could do a piece a day or something, couldn't you?
You could do a piece a day.
A couple of pieces a day.
Yeah, or you could actually do a whole, like, little puzzle from your Christmas papers. So, you know, as we're saying, like, a lot of the papers have got, like, checkered designs, or they've got, like our damask papers, they've got really crazy designs that don't go any particular way. So what you could be doing is cutting some puzzles out of those papers. You know, they're a bit like the baked beans.
What?
The baked beans jigsaws, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or like the Smarties, and you go, oh my goodness, I can't do this. There's like 10,000 beans on this picture. How am I ever going to do this puzzle?
Like a piece of grass or something they do, don't they, as well?
But you could be doing that. You could be. I like that idea. I like the jigsaw idea. So let's do that. Yeah, when we did the show. Myself and Brent did the butterfly jigsaw.
Oh, yeah, and I was like, oh, it's easy to do those small ones and try to do the heart one, and then I couldn't do it.
They've only got 9 pieces, so these are great for kids. Well, they may be great for kids, but they weren't great for adults. We couldn't do it. We pondered and we pondered. There was 2 of us going, hey, I can't do it. I can't do it. Extend that clock we're up against. So, yeah, it was very funny, that was. So now we've got our little piece here, which will go on there, and that again, that's now like supporting it. If you did the same for inside as well, obviously you'd have to snip a little bit off because your inside bit is going to be a bit smaller. But you can see how you could then create a really sturdy box. But let's get these we'll put these 2 pieces on, and then we can put our little boxes back in, and then you can at least see. Nice. And I've not put any of the numbers on, but obviously you can do that at your leisure. It's just, you might have different dies. Yeah. You might have some of the other Crafter's Companion dies that you can use. So, you know, that would work as well. So let's pop that onto there.
Jean Marie says the Santa in the box is a beauty. Not the full Christmas collection, that one. And thank you, Ben, says Sandy. Those are just what I needed to see. Well done, Sandy. Hopefully you picked up one or both of the template libraries.
Yeah. They're really good, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, I've not got all of them. I think I've got 5 out of the other 7. I've got 5
Well, you've got the original one, and then you've got, then you've got the 6 bolt-ons.
So I think I'm missing the original, and I'm missing another one.
Okay.
I've only got 5 out of the 7. But, I mean, to be honest, that's you know, ample. It's for me for now.
Yeah. Plenty to be going on with.
Yeah, definitely. This has just got a little bit of a thing in there. I think it's just dried glue, so it's taken me a little bit longer than it would have normally. It's getting tired. It's like, Sheila, come on, give me a break. It's the end of the day. But obviously, there we go. So that just neatens that up, and then you can add some more strips of your paper just to do some nice matte layers on there. Or you might even have some nice ribbon that you could put round, or some twine or something like that. You know what you can do. I mean, I did have some spares of these, and I tried them on there, and I thought, hey, they look really nice, don't they? Because they match the boxes. So again, they will be perfect strips to put round, you know, to really finish it off. And then if you can do a second one like that, that means then that you can have 24 boxes. You'll have 24 boxes. Let's just mix that up a bit. And so they feel more snug going in there now, just because we've got that that extra rigidity
padding
around it. I think that's just helped a little bit. But yeah, so that feels
Look at that.
Feels better now. And it's not brilliant, but it's handmade. We've crafted it with love, and we've put thought into it. And again now, you know, you can see how
that is brilliant.
That's worked. You'll not believe how much sleep I've lost over this, because I was thinking, oh, masterclass, advent calendar. But yeah, we can, you know, you could make it, you could even make, why not do like take a piece of acetate and make a little lid that goes over it. So yeah, but I hope you've enjoyed that. If you do it, please send us some pictures and let us see how you get on and what collections you've done with.
Yeah.
And that'd be great. But thank you for tuning in and enjoying watching it and crafting along with us. If you might have even done that.
Yeah, let us know if you manage to get a couple of boxes done or you plan on doing it. And as Sheila said, make sure that you post your pictures in the I'm a Crafter's Companion group and tag Sheila. Just a quick question: the GSM of the craft card, Gina E.
What is it? What would it be?
I think it's 250.
I think it might be 250.
Yeah.
I think it might be 250.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't have to do it in craft card. You can do it in. I just had a lot of that, and I thought, okay, well, let's do it in that.
Yeah.
You know, but again, it's you'll do it. You'll manage it.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Be nice.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much to Sheila. It has been a fantastic masterclass. When are you back? Not for a while, are you?
I'm not back for a while. I was supposed to be up at the end of the month, but I think there's been some changes on shows. So I think I'm down at Hobby Maker at the end of the month. So I'm thinking it might be December, you know. I'm thinking it might be, unless something happens as I need to come up here. I have got quite a few shows on Hobby Maker, so...
Yeah.
And I know because now we've got Jack and Helen as well helping out, it means we've got a little bit more of like prep time to do for shows and stuff, which is good for myself and the two Debbies. So, but I'm sure I'll be back up here soon.
We will see you soon. I'm back with you tomorrow. We're going a bit early because the fireworks are ridiculous. We will see you tomorrow. Debbie Fisher's back tomorrow. I haven't seen Debbie in ages.
Yeah.
And we have got, amongst other things tomorrow, a masterclass. Take your crafting to the next level. I mean, who knows? What is Debbie going to do? You'll have to tune in to find out. We've also got 60-minute deals for you at 2, and then a craft together at 12 with 4 quick make Christmas cards. So I tell you what, it's going to be incredible tomorrow. Listen, thanks so much for watching. Whatever you're doing for the rest of your Thursday, have a brilliant, not Thursday, Wednesday, have a brilliant one, and we'll see you tomorrow because that's Thursday. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. Anyway, bye for now.